guys, getting hot out there. I'm gonna finish up chapter 2, Millie, for today, and then we'll move on to chapter 3 tomorrow. I hope you guys are all doing well. Let's see, where did I end up? I don't even remember where I ended up here, my friends. Okay, she thought for hours about which song she'd choose, and she decided to choose Defying Gravity. Millie, Freddie was holding up one hand, gesturing for her to stop. Sorry, he said, sounding sheepish. I jiggled. Try not to jiggle, she says. We don't have much time. Freddie nodded and adjusted the laptop. Millie started again, and this time she got through the entire song, then trotted up to Freddie to review the video. There was her midriff, centered in the snowy outdoors, and there was her voice, clear and pure and sweet and just perfect. Only instead of hitting upload, Freddie's thick finger actually pressed the key for delete. Millie trotted back, took another breath, and sang it again, maybe even better than she did the first time, and Freddie managed to upload it correctly. Millie was about to declare the day a triumph when a notice appeared on her screen. We are sorry, Millie said. Millie and Freddie read together as a frowny face emoji appeared beneath the words. It appears as though something in your video has gone wrong. Please try again. So they did, with Freddie aiming the camera at the point just below the fur of Millie's chin. That way Millie reasoned whoever was looking at these videos would assume that it was an honest mistake, and then of course once they heard her voice they would send it through to the next round. Except almost as soon as they uploaded it in that attempt, the same message reappeared. I think, Freddie said, that I know it's that they're not just seeing your face. Millie was frustrated. She gave out a snort, then tried posting with her face in a shadow. They shot her singing with the camera aimed at the back of her head. Both times the system told them no. And then, even though her voice was getting hoarse and Freddie was making noises about being so hungry he could drop, Millie asked for one more try. Freddie shook his head. His gaze moved anxiously towards the sky. It's getting to be sundown. I'm starving, he said, as if Millie hadn't noticed the silver moon that had appeared over the black mirror of the lake. Millie's shoulders sank and she slumped against a nearby tree. I'll never figure this out. There's always next year, said Freddie. He handed Millie the computer and went hurrying away through the snow back to his parents. His dinner, a few games of checkers or Scrabble, and then his cozy bed, back to the only life he's ever wanted, a life where he'd never known a minute of discontent. And where would Millie go? She would never be happy here in the R village. She would never be content with a life spent in hiding, a life lived in whispers, a life where the simple act of singing can put the whole entire lives in danger. Alice could help her, though. But Alice was gone to New York City and then to Hawaii with her parents. The night before, Alice had written saying that she had big news, the biggest, but it was a secret that could only be told in person. Millie had written back a long letter detailing all the trouble she had getting the laptop up and running and how she kept getting it bounced off the Wi-Fi and how she struggled to make her handwriting look different from Maximus and Subtina's signature. After realizing that she had written 2 pages worth of complaints, she deleted it and hadn't written back at all. I will write when I'm less grumpy, she said, and she promised that to herself. Meanwhile, she needed to figure out how to make her fur disappear, at least temporarily. There was, she thought, smoothing down her arm fur with her fingertips, such a lot of it, and while it wasn't that thick like most jar fur, it was abundant and silvery white that covered her body and fell in tangles around her face and lay soft and almost invisible down along her cheeks and her chin. Only Aunt Yetta had the potion that could do the trick. Millie had found it on the shelf in her friend's kitchen. She had sniffed it, blinked back tears at its bracing peppery scent, and she slipped a vial of it in her pocket the night she'd run away and tried to swim across the lake. The night she'd almost drowned. The night she met Alice. Her plan had been to gulp down the potion once she got to the other side of the lake, the no-fur side, before any of the no-furs could see her. But the vial had slipped out of her pocket during the swim and was probably lying at the bottom of Lake Standish. And Millie, Would never have a chance to find out if it worked. Probably some fish had sucked it up by now. Millie wondered if the sharp, minty smelling stuff had made its scales fall off. With the laptop tucked under her dress, Millie crunched through the snow, making a list in her head. Try to get more potion, ask Alice for ideas, practice song, plan for in-person audition, figure out a solution because time is running out. She walked on, lost in thought, sometimes murmuring to herself, sometimes singing snatches of her audition song. She never noticed the sound of footsteps behind her, never felt the eyes that were staring at her back, never had any idea that someone had been watching her in the forest and that the same someone was following her almost all the way home. Wonder who that could be. We'll find out tomorrow on chapter 3. That was a pretty quick chapter. I think you guys probably have an idea from the last book who that might be. I hope you guys have a good day. That was a quick story for today. I will read the next chapter tomorrow. Enjoy the rest of the day. It's getting hot out there. Do some swimming, do some activities. Missed you guys. Bye.